Well, tonight I thought I'd share this. I'm gonna make one of these flower vases. I've actually made many, so I thought I'd do a small video and show how I put one of these together. This is from Tonic Studios. As far as I know right now, it's completely and totally out of stock, so you probably can't get your hands on one of these die sets. So anyway, I've done some prepping because it would take too long to do every part. Okay, so for the top of the box, the dome, we need 6 of these pieces. They go on here, and that's what makes the dome part that is under the flowers. Here's the bow. I already put these two together so they would be glued together good. We needed 6 panels, and there's the bottoms and parts to put together. This is a band that goes around the center. So anyway, how about we begin? So the first thing I'm going to do is put together the bow because I want it to dry. So I just put a little glue in the center. And I already did a little bit of shaping, so. And I hold it with my finger. Bring this other one over. Again, I hold it. This piece here is what goes in the middle, and it is a wee bit too long, so I just kind of start it in the front, then I cut it off with my scissors. So a little glue here, a little glue there. Can never say one of these projects you do not get gluey fingers, because you get very, very gluey fingers. And I basically just bring it around, hold in my center, getting glue. And I got gluey looking nails. I'm sorry, my nails look like crap. But this is number 3 tonight. I made, I had 2 orders that I've made already, which I won't show because they are presents. And they'd be a secret. So again, excuse my glue-filled thumbnail. It's kind of gross looking, but I'm sorry. It's just how it is when you're working with glue. And I'm going to take a little tiny clothespin. I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to let that hold for a while. And then when I'm ready, let me see. I have a heart gem, a little one. I think this one's going to be too big, so I won't use that one. Or I have this round one. So this one here is actually I'm going to do this one for my mother. I had made one for my mother, but I kind of sold it. So anyway, so let's do this part first. So this is this part here is in 3 pieces, and I've glued them together. I wanted to glue them together so they'd be good and dry for when we put it on the base. So these are your base pieces, and you have score lines here, which I have scored and burnished with my bone folder, like so. I've done that to all of those. This is the hinge for the cover. Doesn't look like much, but I'll tell you, it does a good job. And I made this little tab that I'm going to slide between 2 layers so that it has a way to pull up on and open it up, because it is a gift box. So I cut all the pieces out ahead of time because I'm new to making little videos of just showing what I do. And we'd be here forever if I was cutting all these out and I have to poke out all those little pieces. I'm going to try to center it as best as I can. And making it straight because you don't want it to be crooked. Now you should give it a little burnish. And the glue will dry clear, so you won't see it. I usually like to go on this side. That way I don't wreck it. This is a white glitter paper, believe it or not, but this is some stuff I got at Walmart. It doesn't shed glitter, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. And all I'm doing is I'm going around all the edges. A little bit of glue in the centers. And I do it on each one of these little skinny things, because if you don't, they will pop up and look not so great. But you just got to put glue here and there. I do it in the big spots. And I'll do the same. I gotta make it towards me. See, I'm always rubbing the glue off with my fingers and my hands. Now I'm going to burnish it from the back. That's just to get the paper to make a good stick. Again, this is just how I do it. I mean, there's a lot of people that do a lot of tonic actual YouTube videos and stuff that are really amazing. Simply amazing. But I am not that person. So now we're going to put the base together. I'm going to take this. There's a wrong side, and this is the good side. I want the good side to go up. Again, this is just how I do this. Put some glue here. See, I've made 10, 15, I think I've made about 16 of these now. So it's not the last one, I think, unless I get another person wanting one. I have an order of 6 to deliver on Tuesday, which are out in the other room. So they're very pretty when they're done. So worth the work. I think that for me the hardest part is, or I should say the time-consuming part for me is doing all the cutting when you're doing the little bits of paper, because you can make it with just paper. You don't have to cut out you don't have to cut this out. You could just cut that shape with some pretty pattern paper, which would make the process way quicker. I don't know, I just love that glitter paper. So let's see, I was just in a craft fair and I made chicks and bunnies that held Cadbury cream eggs and Reese's peanut butter cup eggs, and I made 3D Easter egg gift boxes where you could put candies in it and look like an egg, and I had these and cards and all kinds of goodies. This is my first spring fair and I did very well. I was very pleased. So now I'll just be making things off and on for Christmas time, because that's my favorite holiday. And got the glue off my fingers. And here's the last piece. And I always make sure that my pieces fold, because you don't want to, you have your little score line and you don't want this base piece to be over your score line, because otherwise you can't bring it up. So the next step is to bring up the sides. I'll try to, whoops, I guess I didn't put enough glue. I didn't love my glue left. Usually I let this set and dry a little bit. But I don't have that option when you're trying to film. And again, I am new to it, so I don't know all the ins and outs and how other people go about doing theirs. Burnish that on there. How they stop it and all that. I don't know how to edit. I just film what I'm making, and it is what it is. Because, you know, if you cut all these pieces out to make something and you mess it up, there's not much you can do, because you've already used up all your pieces. So I am going to put the bottom piece on. And this is just so it's pretty. And I also sign it. I have a stamp. I have a few stamps. They say different things. They have card, paper crafts, has cards, has my name. And since this is, you know, going to somebody I know, I have my name on it. And this finishes off your bottom. So it's all nice and neat and tidy. And I always make sure I burnish everything really well. I want that glue to suck right into that paper. Alrighty. So, now we're going to take glue. We're going to go all down our glue tabs. Boop. It'll probably get kind of boring watching me do this, but usually I hold it on my belly, but I'm going to do it this way. So I always come up here first, and I hold it for a second to get that to bond. Make sure that piece is inside. And then you come down, and I got my hand on the inside on the glue tab, and I'm holding it till the glue takes. You always have to be nice to your glue because it's not an instant bond. You got to give it a second to set and sink into the paper. You can use double-sided sticky tape and red liner tape. I personally don't care for red liner tape. And double-sided sticky tape or tape runner, to me they fall apart. It's not long-lasting. Like, this is something somebody might want to keep. And if you use double-sided tape or tape runner, heat, humidity, cold, whatever, it actually releases. So I don't use those. I use glue. I love wet glue. I do have a huge supply of tape runner because I used to use that when I made my cards. And when I made some cards for a craft sale, of course you make them early because you can't make paper crafts like right away. When I went to get them, they were falling apart because the tape runner had let go. So I no longer ever use tape runner on a card because I try to make cards that are more keepsake type than, you know, your average. But yeah. So you can see I'm just working my seams. Getting in there. I am trying really hard not to get glue all over my paper on the outside if I can help it. I hope you're seeing this okay, because I can't see. Maybe I should stand up and take a look at my camera and see what you're all seeing. Oh yeah, you're seeing it. That's good. Yay. So I've been paper crafting for about 20 years. I was mostly greeting cards. I started out learning scrapbooking. And I made a greeting card one day, and that was it. I was hooked. And I made hundreds of greeting cards. Regular type. And then I started making 3D items, and I fell in love, and I love to make 3D. It's just brings me joy. I don't know why, but it just brings me so much joy. Tonic Studio has some simply amazing 3D die sets. So I showed you the picture at the beginning, and that's all metal dies. How many was in that package? Let me see. So you got 36 dies in this package. So you got all the little pieces for you to cut out. So every one of these panels had to be cut out 6 times. Every one of this piece has to be done 6 times and poke out all the paper. And these were 6 times. And the lid that we're going to make for the top of the gift box, you cut each one of them pieces out 6 times. And so it's not like you're just throwing it on there and cutting it out once. You're cutting it out many times. But it's so worth it. especially when you give this to somebody and you can see how much they love it, and you know. So get in there. I'm loving my glue. I'm loving my glue. See, I'm being nice to my glue. There we go. Now I'll go down the next one. My glue's getting gunky on the bottom. I do have a Christmas bell that I haven't tried yet. So I'm hoping to make a bunch of those coming up soon. I want to start doing my Christmas crafting now because I'm not a spring crafter. This was my first time experiencing a spring craft fair. And it was fun. And I did well, but I prefer Christmas. It's my favorite. I love crafting, watching Christmas movies. And I still watch Christmas movies even though it's not Christmas season. Because, again, it's my favorite. I drive people crazy. You're not watching a Christmas movie. Yeah, I am. Oh, I didn't do that quite right. Get in there. Come on, baby. All right. All right, let's keep going here. So on this one here, I got two sides. And when I get in there, it's going to be hard to get the glue in the other one. But I learned to only do one glue tab at a time, regardless. But the more you get closer to getting them all hooked up, they just kind of fall right into place for you. Because normally I like to put this part on my stomach and push on it because it gives me an extra set of hands, kind of. Get my hands down in there. So I'm using just my index finger, just giving push on those glue tabs. I hate when I get it all over my fingers because I don't want to get it on the outside of the pretty paper. I don't care about this part. We're going to cover this. It's good to try to keep, oops, that don't look too great. I'm going to have to fix that. I don't have enough glue in there. So, in we go with some glue. And do the glue tabs again. Little sneak. Paper always tries to win the race, but just be patient. Yeah, that's better. And no, water does not go in these. In case anybody leaves a message asking me that. No, there's no water in these. This is just paper. It's more of a keepsakey thing, you know. Something pretty, great for Mother's Day. Like I said, Mother's Day. I made a couple for Easter, which are downstairs. I wish I would have brought them up, but they're downstairs in my dining room with the rest of the Easter stuff. I got some people wanting it. So I'll be delivering that off this week. And then just take your finger and go in there. Very narrow and hard to get down in here, but wiggle your hand down in there, you can get it. I don't know, I feel like this video is going to be pretty boring, just watching me do this, but didn't want to do the cutting, but I did want to do the gluing, so you can see how it goes together. These spots just are not happy tonight, but that's all right. So what do I do with that piece? Here we go. So now for the middle section, I just take some glue, put it down in here. You'll see it all come together. And I take this part, I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to go in here and give it a little push with my fingers on it. Again, making your glue happy. You have to make your glue happy. My glue bottles are getting empty because, like I said, this is my third one today. So they need to be fed too. There we go. And this is where, this is the part that I'm picking to be my front. So this will be where my bow goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test that. Do I want this one? Oh, can't pick it up. What do I want the heart? I kind of like the heart, so I'm going to put the heart on here. So I'm going to set that over here to dry, and I'm going to set this over here so it can continue dry because I usually let it set in between each thing. We're going to set that here, and then we're going to bring this one over. We don't want that. Oop. So this part here is the cover that it's going to set in. It's going to set inside here and make a little dome, and then we can glue the flowers onto it. So we'll quickly do this. This gets done the same way and doesn't matter which way because this is going to be hiding in the top. So put a little glue on the and I make sure that it bends, and it does. I'll give it a burnish. I'll move on to the next. Actually, I think I want to use this here so I can keep my glue bottles upside down. Let me see. I'll try this one. I'm going to set that in there so that will be ready. And you just work your way around. I am using 110-pound cardstock for my base. I like a good sturdy base that will hold out. I usually use 110-pound cardstock on every single 3D item I make. I think the 3D egg, the egg I made, that is the only one that I found that the 110-pound was too heavy. So I'm going to go 80-pound for that one. I'm going by the weight that we can purchase here in Maine. Very few craft stores. They're an hour and a half away. Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. Michael's is the only place that really carries 110-pound cardstock. Hobby Lobby can carry heavyweight cardstock, which to me feels like it's this heavy, but I just always go to Michael's and get nice packages. They have many colors. Christmas time, always out of red and green. So I buy that early. I've already bought my Christmas paper for that. There's that. So I'm going to put the dome together first, and then we're going to put the hinge and this little latch on. And I'm putting them over here so I don't forget, because I want to hide them underneath with this. Because really, all in all, you just want to make a nice finish. It's all right to have a few mistakes, but it's also nice to have a good finish on it. So I'm just bringing it up. I always bring it up and hold the top one until it catches. And again, like I said, I got glue nails. As you can see, I get glue all over my fingers. This pot does not have to be perfect, because this purpose of this is just a place to glue all the flowers. Goes pretty quick after you've made a bunch of these. I really do enjoy making them, but I've about made my limit for the spring season. Think about making something with poinsettias and whatnot for Christmas time. It's a great place to hide gift cards, chocolates, you know, cute little things, necklaces, whatever, you know, a little jewelry gift. And as you can see, this opening gets smaller and smaller, because I end up using my pinky to get the last one all good and glued. So this is the last one, and what I do here is I glue both sides on this one. And I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to hold this side. Yeah, see, I'm getting glue everywhere now. It's all over my fingers. That's all right. This pot will be under flowers. Get in there. Bring in my pinky. And hold that one. Then I'm going to go to this side. Hold that one. Then I can go down with my pinky and get all the blue tabs this way and get them secured. There we go. So, get in there. And then I'll get right down in here again. Alright, so this is part of the dome. So, I'm going to put the hinge on first. It's going to go this way. I just pick a side, doesn't matter. I put some glue on there, because the hinge is going to go under one of these pieces that way. So let's see. Yeah, this way. I always have to think because it's opposite of what I think it is. And I'm just going to press it. So now on this side, I'm just going to close that. Oh, the purpose of this piece here is just something I made up because I didn't like holding the dome and lifting it. I thought it needed something. So opposite from the hinge I put on, I'm going to do this. Kind of in the middle as best you can. And I'm just pulling it away. I'm just trying to, I want to fold this back a little bit. There we go. So now, of course, you know, I'm not holding it very well. I am just going to load this with glue, especially here. And then the other piece. This is the bad side. That's the good side. I want the good side, so when you lift it up, you see the good side. I'm going to put glue all around the edge and all over my fingers. And I'm going to place this on here. And this will finish off this piece. You try to get it as even as you possibly can. And as tidy as you can. You see I keep rubbing glue off my fingers. Let's get this over here a little more. Now I'll just get this rubbed on there. Make sure the glue gets good contact. And then I take my bone folder and I just kind of give it a good wedge. Yeah. So this is the base piece, part of it, and I'm going to put glue here. And I'm going to slide that right under here. And this is the hinge, how it will lift up and down. That looks good. We'll give that a little press. And if I see a little glue I don't like, you should just kind of scrape it off. And then this is the piece that's going to go way inside. And I have already did the scoring. So now I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to put glue around here. Just on this outside piece. There we go. I'm going to have to stand up for this one because, yeah, because. So this is going to lie right on top. Pretty much even all the way around. So you kind of want to make sure that it looks good. And then I'm going to press it down. Make sure it's got a good connect. So as you see, this piece here is smaller, so that way your cover doesn't fall through. I got to get rid of some of this glue. All right, so this is where my picky tool comes in. So where's my front? Because I've already chosen my front, and this is my front, my back. So I'm going to fold all these, front, back. And I'm just going to put glue all around here. I'm probably holding that way too close to the camera for you, but I was looking at it. My blind old lady eyes. Yeah, someday I'd like to learn how to edit videos and make it so that you guys don't have to listen to all this stuff. I keep talking because I figure I must keep talking so you don't get bored. Alright. So I'm going to set that in there. And my pokey tool helps me get these sides in there. Yep. Making sure. So then I just press it down in. And I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to push against that glue seam against the inside of the box. Well, I can't get my hand out. Dang it. I forgot I have to bend that. There we go. I'm just getting contact with the box. And like I said, this is glue will dry clear. You won't see it. Hopefully. My mother won't see it. She's 76, but she will love this. She likes to have keepsakes. Oops, there we go. I dropped it. So you can see, and that it opens quite well to hold goodies. So I think I'll do the bow last. Why? Because I won't want to. Well, maybe no. I'll do it now. I wouldn't want to manhandle it, but I'll do it now. I like to use Kids Choice glue. This is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. That's where I get it. So I'm just going to put some glue back here. And it does take a bit for this to catch because it's glitter paper in the back. But I'm going to put that right here. And I think I will. I also like to use this on my flowers as well. So, and I just squirted it out and made a mess. Blech. That's alright, this tube will be finished with this project. But this is nice. I love this glue. I got lucky. I found it on sale for $2.99 a tube. It's usually $7.99 a tube. So anytime you can get a deal like that, you stock up. And I did. And I only have one more tube after this left. Alright, now I'm going to put flowers. Flowers are whatever you choose. So, sticky. Flowers. Oh, this sticky to me. There we go. So, I'm trying to decide. So, where this is my purple vase, I think I will do purple up here. Well, maybe a lighter purple there. So, I'm going to do this one over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue flowers on here. These are all paper flowers. There you go. I just, ooh, my bow's falling off because it's standing up straight. Usually I lay this down. I'll do that in a minute. Get back on there, baby cakes. You can do it. So I'm just going to use a different variety of colors. Mom likes all colors of flowers. So, and I just fill in the whole top with flowers. Come on, grab. That's the only thing with the kids glue. It doesn't grab as fast as other glues. So, yeah. Some of these paper flowers have little sticky things. And I like that because it makes them stand up a little taller. And you do have to pay attention to the back because you don't want to put the flowers too low to the back because then the box won't open. Ask me how I know that. Yeah, my first one. I was like, oh man, that was all right. I worked it out. Well, let's see. I have lots more flowers. I just haven't brought them over. Didn't know how many I was going to use, so each time I seem to use different amounts. I like this little white one here. I'll put that there. So see, this opens just fine so far, but I've only done 1/4. And you fill in with little things. I'm going to take that off for now because I keep knocking it down. And I think we need a nice bright yellow. Right there. And a nice bright blue. Come back. Right here. And I've never, ever, 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 ever said I was good at doing anything showing. I'm just showing how I have been making these things. It's not necessarily the right way, but it's also not necessarily the wrong way. It's just how I do it. And I say, you do you, boo. As long as when I'm done, I am happy with the item. I'm golden. Keep sticking my finger. I took the bow off because I kept pushing on it, and now I'm sticking my finger in the glue that's there. Get. And I will put greenery in as well. So let's see. Let's do some in the back. I need a bright yellow, I think, in the back. Or a purple. I think I'll do it. Purple. A lot of times when I want some extra greenery, I rip them off the flowers and, you know, use them in a different way than they were actually intended. And I want a glitter flower. Here we go. This one's got some glitter on it. Here's my front. Here we go. How much space? I think I'll put you here. And when this kid's glue dries, these things will be solid. They won't be going anywhere. Oh, look, somebody else wanted to come in for the party. All right. I keep putting my glue in my flowers. There we go. That'll be good there because that's the back. I don't know what's doing in anybody else's area, but it's snowed here today. And then it rained, and then all the snow was washed away. And then it snowed again, and the snow was back. I mean, I want purple, I think. Mother Nature is not nice. She doesn't know what she's doing, or know what she is doing, or what she wants. How's that? That makes sense. You have to keep pushing down on your flowers and stuff because you don't want them, because kids glue, like I said, it takes a while to dry, and it is a wet glue. There we go. And you can't fill in every single positively little space. Why? Because there's just not enough room. Oops, I got glue all over my desk. I guess I'll just get my flowers. Waste not, want not. Need more. All right, let me see what I need here. I think I want something right here. I'm gonna move those around. Squish that in there. I need one right there. What do I want there? Do I want a glittery one? I think I do. I think that's about going to do it for the flowers. I'm going to double check this. Yep. Okay. So, let me, wipe my hands a little because I got glue all over them. Now we're going to do a little bit of greenery. Let's get these out of the way. So these here, I had some really old-fashioned flowers from way back when I bought them at thrift store a while ago. I don't care for the flowers, but I do like the greenery. So I just take it and I shape it how I want it. And I saw a spot where I was definitely going to put greenery, and that is right in there. I'm going to take my pokey tool. I didn't mean to go in the hole, but you just kind of poke that in there. Get in there. Come on, it's stuck in my pokey tool. There we go. Get in there. Thank you. Greenery is your filler. What did I do? My leaves. Oh, here they are. Have my leaves on the other side of my desk. I'm going to stick this one right in here. And I'll be wanting. Well, if you stuck with me this long, peoples, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. But stuff like this, lovely keepsakes for Mother's Day. And when you make them for Easter, you know, you have Easter eggs and paper and, you know, bunny paper and things like that. And really makes a difference, I think. But what do I know? But this part is, you know, the tedious part to watch. And now what I'm doing now is I'm just putting in my greenery to do some filling in so it looks pretty. And my glue is squirting out here. Ooh, making a mess. And I like different colored leaves. I think it gives interest. And with this glue, like I said, it's very wet and sticky, so I just have to slide it down in there, and whoop, it will, when it's dry, it ain't going anywhere. I also made these leaves using Heartfelt Creations and shaped these leaves up and stuff, but I didn't like how they looked because I stamped on them. So now I just use the parts. Yes, I had a couple friends who said, oh, yes, you should do a video and show that because you do such great work. And da-da-da. But to me, I think people find this boring. But I'm trying to make it interesting. How's that? And I like to pull these off. Because I like to fill in these spaces. Seen a lot of people didn't do that, but I don't know. I got a thing about empty spaces. So where I am. Okay, I had to see where I was. Get right under there, and it helps fill that empty spot. Just a little greenery, just like that. And I'm going to do that over here. I'm going to use this one. Oh, the glue all over my fingers. So bad. That there. I'm going to cut this one. So when you're doing paper craft and stuff, I mean, you don't have to stand to standards. You can do anything you want. You do it your way. You create what is good to your eye, you know. And that piece right there is not good to my eye. I don't like that. So you're going in there instead. And I can't get my fingers to let me do it. Here we go. Just don't like seeing it bare. I hope you can see this. I don't know if I'm off screen or what, but if I am, I'm really sorry. I'm so used to doing everything left-handed, it's pathetic. Let's put that here. I like to put these little thingies sticking up. I think it gives it a little fun interest. And let's put this one here. There we go. That helps fill it in, make it look not so bare. Like I said, you can't fill every single spot because you got to be able to open and close it. Wrong direction, buddy. There we go. In you go. Thank you. And I think I need something right here. Right there. What shall it be? I think it'll be this. That'll work. And I think that should do it. That looks pretty nice, pretty full, I think. And of course, that's just my opinion. That guy fell way back. I want to bring him forward. There he is. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Said you got my glue fingers. Yep, that looks good. Now we'll put the bow back on, because I took it off because I kept pushing on it, and it's wet glue. Obviously, it's not going to stay. My way of giving my mom my heart. So anyway, this is what I'm finishing with. It opens up. You put your gift in there. Yeah, and I'm going to set this on its side so it will dry. It will dry and not fall apart. And oh, look, my kitty cat's come to visit. She's very vocal. But anyway, if you stuck this long, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I didn't bore you to death. I hope you enjoyed it. And have yourself a great evening. Night.